Are you looking for the best CPU cooler? In this video, we will break down the top CPU coolers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description for each product mentioned, so make sure you check those out to see which is in your budget range. At number 1, we have the Corsair H100i RGB Platinum AIO Liquid CPU Cooler. This contains two RGB magnetic levitation fans measured at 120mm each. Not only does it give your gaming PC a bit of color and flair, but it also gives your system more heat dissipation. You get excellent airflow so that your system never has to deal with any overheating, which can occur if you run your machine for a long time or when you are overclocking it. This includes 16 RGB LEDs, thus adding a lot of color to your gaming PC to make it more presentable. While looks might be the last thing to worry about, it's a nice touch to have for your own personalized setup. If you are looking for some very steady airflow for your gaming PC's inner workings, this might be the cooling system for you, especially when it makes less noise compared to other fans. How much noise does it produce? Try a maximum of 37 decibels, which is fairly quiet for a dual set of fans. If you have the following sockets like Intel LGA 115X, 1366, 2011, 2011-3, 2066, AMD FM1, FM2, AM2, AM3, AM4, and TR4, then you should be in good shape. At number 2, we have the NZXT Kraken X53 240mm AIO RGB CPU Liquid Cooler. If you are looking for something that will give you full CAM integration, this will allow this device to give you the high-quality performance that it is capable of. This also has an infinity cap that is slightly bigger than some CPU coolers. It has RGB lights that will make your system look good. On top of that, it will make your system stay cool even when you overclock it or put in the work with your favorite game titles. This contains a chamfered intake and fluid dynamic bearing. You get durability, silent performance, and superior cooling in one fantastically designed unit. At number 3, we have the Corsair Hydro Series H60 AIO Liquid Cooler. This cooler will give you excellent speeds ranging from 600 to 1700 RPM using 120mm Corsair fans. It minimizes noise and maximizes airflow, and thus leading to superior temperature control. This also includes an LED illuminated pump head, which not only makes your PC look good, but it also adds a nice touch to one of your most important parts of your system. This produces 28 decibels of noise, making it very quiet each time you fire up your PC and perform whatever tasks you need to get done, even gaming. Also included is a cold plate and pump made from aluminum, which is a popular material in PC cooling units. Aluminum is perfect when you want the heat to dissipate as quickly as possible. At number 4, we have the EVGA CLC 240mm All-in-One RGB LED CPU Liquid Cooler. This includes 240mm fans that are compatible with most Intel and AMD sockets. So you get versatility in a CPU cooler like this. And with versatility, you won't have to settle for a CPU that is compatible with one CPU and not with another. For the price that it's going for, you might consider this one of the best budget-friendly options, especially if you're looking to build a whole entire gaming PC and you want to keep the project within a budget. This includes RGB LEDs that will obviously give your system a nice touch. This will improve your entire cooling system and keep temperatures regulated for your PC. Not to mention, this cooling system is the best option if you're a hardcore gamer, and we know that we can run our systems for long periods of time. The beauty of these cooling systems is this: you won't have to worry about your CPU overheating again, because like the engine to a vehicle, the same can be said about your PC's CPU, and when it overheats, serious stuff can happen. But we digress. If you're looking for an excellent cooling system that won't cost you an arm and a leg, this one will definitely be a good option. At number 5, we have the Corsair H115 Platinum AIO Liquid CPU Cooler. With two 140mm at your disposal, this just might be one of the best cooling fans that you can put together for the gaming PC that you can design and build from scratch. At 37 decibels, it delivers quiet noise even when the fans are spinning at 2000 RPM. And with plenty of RGB LED lights included, it's enough to make your gaming PC stand out as one of the centerpieces of your battle station. This is also a cooler that allows you complete control of everything. You can control how fast the fans go, what the lighting will look like, and adjust the pump speeds among everything else. And if you have Intel sockets of various levels, you might find this CPU cooler to be a lot more compatible with your Intel-centric system. Name the Intel CPU you have, and chances are this might be compatible. At number 6, we have the Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 240 multi-compatible all-in-one CPU water cooler. This is yet another CPU cooler that will be versatile with both Intel and AMD CPUs. And of course, it's another cooler that is reasonably priced and thus a good option for budget shoppers. This contains a pump that has a copper base. It can operate on efficiency and low power, which is perfect if you're looking for something that might be the closest thing to a power saver. And we know that the last thing you need for a gaming PC is something that will hog all kinds of energy. With two 40mm fans, it even gives you the quietest operation period while regulating the interior temperature of your system. If you're playing your PC for a long period of time or overclocking your system, this cooling system might be just the option that you are looking for. It also has a maintenance-free water loop, which means you don't need to add any more water or additives in order to maximize its performance. Plus, you get the most organized cable setup compared to any other CPU cooler on the market. Thus, you'll need fewer cables and, best of all, less disorganization inside of your system. At number 7, we have the Corsair Hydro Series H80i V2 AIO Liquid CPU Cooler. You get thick 120mm fans that will give you rapid cooling throughout your entire system. Not only that, but you also have total control over your entire system. This means you can control the fan speed, temperatures, and everything in between. Isn't it nice to have something that will give you total control over your gaming PC? Plus, it's well organized and won't create much of a mess inside your system, especially when you have a transparent case that allows you to see every single nook and cranny of it. This is compatible with several Intel and AMD CPU units. If you have yet to choose one, be sure to check to see whether or not that this cooler will be compatible with the CPU you are considering to purchase. At number 8, we have the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo CPU Cooler. This comes with 4 continuous direct contact heat pipes that work together to ensure that overheating doesn't occur, period. Especially when you want to overclock your system for a much faster performance. And it produces noise levels of up to 36 decibels. The fan's dimensions are measured from 4.7 by 4.7 by 1 inches, while the heatsink dimensions are measured at 4.6 by 2 by 6.2 inches. You get well-balanced cooling along with an aluminum heat shield that will fast-track the dissipation. Here's a pro tip. If you are looking for parts while building your PC, you might want to consider finding those with aluminum heat shields for quick heat dissipation. This means less overheating and more longevity for your PC system. Whether it's for gaming or business, this cooling system will help your PC stand the test of multiple uses and overclocking. At number 9, we have the Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro 4 CPU Cooler. This includes 2 fans that operate in complete silence. And we know how annoying it can be to hear noises coming from the cooling fans, especially when you're doing live streams for YouTube or Twitch. And yes, it is quiet. We are talking 24 decibels of noise quiet. This is also fitted with copper pipes that will allow for the quickest heat dissipation possible, and can also be fitted with plenty of Intel and AMD CPUs. It doesn't matter which one you choose, but as long as you have a cooler that you can easily hook up, then you will have no problem overclocking your system or playing games for hours on end. At number 10, we have the Noctua NH-D15 Chromax Dual Power CPU Cooler. This has a heatsink that is proven to dissipate so much heat that can be produced from overclocking and frequent running. The fans are extra wide, but are measured at 140 to provide the best in overall airflow for your system. If you love absolute silence, or if you tend to overclock your system more often than not, you might benefit from this cooler the most. And don't forget, it works with a lot of Intel and AMD CPUs. Just remember to make the determination of which CPU cooler will work well with it before making a decision. Versatility is important when it comes to a CPU cooler, and this one has proven to work with almost any CPU that Intel or AMD puts out. So that sums up the top CPU coolers. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like on the video, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have a great day.